Okay, my name is Jennifer Welshans and I live in Pennsylvania, and we have decided to do a back to basics series. If we were in, a bunch of the leaders were in Miami, and we were in a leadership meeting with Jason, and he talked about how there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise going on out there on how to build this business. There's all kinds of ways to do it. There's belly to belly, there's social media. And then when you get into social media, there's reels and lives and TikToks, and there's Instagram, and there's email marketing and text marketing and blah, 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 all the things, right? There's so much noise. And he encouraged us to get back to basics. And so here we are kicking off our back to basics series, but I'm going to do something that I do with my team. I like to think I do it every Saturday morning, but I'm pretty sure I forget some Saturday mornings. But let's drop our IMs in the chat. Let's blow up the chat with, what are we running for? What are we going for? I know for me, mine is always that we are $1 million a month team. So that is me. But what are you? I am 200K. I am a Lavelle millionaire. I am 12K. What are we running for? Let's speak it into the universe. Becca, change that, please. And then I tell my team what they're going to be. Because I believe people do not think big enough. We are not thinking big enough. Yes, Dolita. Yes, Selena. Yep. Nope. Try again. I'm going to tell you, you gotta think big. Think big. Go for all the things. Because you definitely are sitting in the right place. So happy Saturday. Thank you for hopping on, everyone. I know it's a Saturday morning. Sheila's call already happened at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you just jumping on, we are dropping our IMs. What are you? We're blowing up the chat with all of our goals for this bonus season and moving forward. So, so much noise. There's so much noise on how to build this business and ways to do it and things to do. I'm gonna try. Can somebody hold on? I just want to mute everybody. I don't know how to. Can everybody just mute themselves just so I don't have to pay attention to that? So with what I said, there's so much noise, so many ways to build this business. We're going to get back to basics. But for me, and what we kind of did was we allowed each of the leaders to just be like, whatever that means to you, because you're going to hear from a lot of different leaders. You're going to hear from like the OGs of Lavelle. I mean, there's a lot of, we're very lucky in Sheila's downline that there's a lot of OGs of Lavelle, I call them. So you're going to hear lots of things that worked way in the beginning. You're going to hear lots of things that work now. Yep, 7 years strong. There you go. So you're going to get lots of different opinions, but like I tell my team all the time, it's my job to teach you there's many paths up the mountain. It's your job to figure out what works for you. Cause guess what? It all works, but it's only going to work if you work. It's only going to work if you actually do it. So what I encourage you to do is take what resonates with you and just scrap the rest. If whatever you hear in this series, or I believe if ever you hear something that's just not sitting right with you, just scrap it. There's tons of ways to build this business. There's tons of ways to do this. But for me, social media is where it's at. And I have to kind of give you a little bit of my backstory. When I started with Lavelle, I just crossed my 6-year anniversary with Lavelle. I only had Facebook. TikTok didn't exist, and Instagram, I didn't have Instagram either. So I only had Facebook, and I had less than 300 Facebook friends. I was that person that it was a flower as a profile picture. Believe it or not, Jen didn't take selfies then. I know lots of people are like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? No, I didn't take pictures. I didn't take pictures of myself. I certainly didn't take pictures of my face. And I only use my profile to share recipes and DIY projects that I would never loop back around to. Like that was the type of social media I have. And I have learned to build and grow and understand that I find there's great advantages to using social media. I find that because I'm very introverted, if you meet me in person, I'm shy, like I'm super introverted, but on social media, I can be very extroverted. I can put that extroverted energy on. So social media works really well for me because I can talk to a lot of people at one time. And it just is where I found my niche. So I'm going to teach you about social media. And yes, like I said, there's even tons of ways to do social media, but I liken building social media to a three-legged stool. It can be very simple. I just think people overcomplicate it and overthink it. But building on social media, I talk to my team a lot about it's like a three-legged stool. You need 3 legs to hold your stool up. That was 4, sorry. three legs to hold your stool up. And it's very similar to our 3 steps. If you take, everybody knows that Thrive is a 3-step system. You take one of those steps away and you're kind of kind of going to get results, but it's not going to be gangster results like if you use the 3 steps, okay? If you take 2 of those 3 steps away, you're really not going to get great results. I mean, yes, you'll kind of feel something, but same thing with our 3-legged stool. You do 2 of the stool's legs, you're going to kind of sort of get results, but it's not going to be the same as if you keep that stool balanced. So I use this analogy because I want to talk to you about my story. When I first started Thrive, because I believe the person that was in my Facebook feed made a grave mistake. And I like to learn from other people's mistakes more than my own. So she made a grave mistake. I was not a Thriver and I was scrolling Facebook looking for something. I was literally looking for something to give me more energy, not necessarily scrolling Facebook to do this, but I saw this girl using this stupid sticker. And I thought for sure she wasn't right, because those people can't feel like that. So I never reached out to her, but I saw her over and over again on my feed. It was because of her that then piqued my interest about Thrive. And if you know my story, you know I went to the Lavelle fan page and said, does somebody want to tell me about this? And it's funny because here's just this totally off topic, but it's funny when I finally hit 200K and I got into Sheila's team page, it was like all the famous people of Lavelle. I literally was so starstruck. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm here with all your people. It's so cool. But half of those people messaged me because when I went back and looked through my messages, a lot of those people had reached out to me. But anyway, I digress. So that's what caused me to be interested in Lavelle. I ended up signing up under someone random from Minnesota. So that's how I got here. But my point is, that person never reached out to me because I never reached out to her. I knew her kind of, sort of, she was in my warm market, but she never reached out to me. And I'm not talking about cold messages. You'll never hear me coach that. I can tell you how to do it. And I could tell you how to do it a little skeezier than others, a little less skeezy than others, I should say, but it's not something I recommend. Because if she would have cold messaged me, I would have been like, nah, sorry. You're one of those people. But if she would have just said to me, hey, Jen, how are you doing? How are the kids? What's new in life? I would have then said to her, I'm crazy tired. What's that thing you're putting on your foot? That would have been the conversation. So part of my 3-legged stool is you have to talk to people in the DMs because she made a very grave mistake. Had she done that, the Evolution Squad would be under her, not under who they're under now. She left Lavelle, blah, 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 but her financial future would have been changed forever had she made that message. So you have to, one of the stools is you have to talk to people in the DM. So I'm going back to my 3-legged stool. The 3 legs are you have to post correctly. The second one is you have to engage with your audience. And the third one is you have to talk to people in the DMs. You cannot be afraid of that. And when I coach people all the time, they're talking, they're posting and they're engaging, but that's the one they're missing is this one. And that's the one, I don't remember what her name was. I wish I could remember but that's the one she did that was a grave mistake in her financial future for her family. Because I guarantee you this, I have so much belief in this product. I guarantee you that Thrive in the next 5 years is going to be the iPhone of supplementation. I guarantee you that 8 out of 10 of the people in your audience, friends, families, you're following, whatever, is either gonna want to try Thrive or be on Thrive in the next 5 years. And I guarantee you, your next or first 200K is in your network. They're there, guys. You just have to go find them. It's your job to go find them. It's your job when that 8 out of 10 of the people that you know are either going to want to try Thrive or be on Thrive in the next 5 years. It's your job to be the person they think of first. How do we do this? We build. For me, it's building on social media. It's getting your stuff seen. So how do we do this? We hack the algorithm with this 3-legged stool I'm going to talk to you about. Okay, so step 1, post correctly. Hold on, I need to take a drink. So I'm like getting overheated over here. Okay, post correctly. I believe your audience isn't going to care that you are promoting a product or an opportunity as long as that's not all they see. They don't want to just see that. Your people follow you because they want to see you. Shannon, they want to see you. Tammy, they want to see your kids. Sarah, they want to see your house. Derek, they want to see what you're eating for dinner. They want to know you. People buy from whom they know, like, and trust. They don't care that you're peddling vitamins as long as that's not all they see. So you have to post correctly. I like to use the benchmark of every 4th post be about your product or your opportunity. Okay. The other 3 posts in between, and I like to alternate. Now, sometimes, you know, we're in bonus season, so sometimes that goes out the door. I'm just saying on a general basis. The rest of those posts should be about who you are. Who is Samsung SM? Who is Lainey? Who is Holly? What does Holly love? What does Jennifer love? What does Becca love to do? What inspires you? What do you do every day? How many kids do you have? That's what you want to do. Post correctly, okay? And then talk about your products and your opportunity also. Because here's the thing. If you're missing that stool and you're engaging with your audience and you're talking to people in the DMs, you wish somebody happy birthday that you haven't talked to in 3 years or whatever. The first thing they're going to do is go to your page. People are nosy in general. The first thing they do is going to go to your page because they're going to be like, what's Nicole up to? I can't believe this girl just messaged me. And what is she going to see? She's going to see Nicole's a human. She's going to see Nicole's not a Spamela Anderson, but Nicole peddles vitamins she loves. She's going to see that Nicole just hit a bonus. That's going to pique her interest. So posting correctly is so important. Okay. The next leg is you have to engage with your audience. Remember how I said hack the algorithm? And if you don't know what the algorithm is, that's a new term to you, or you're like, I've heard that term thrown around there, but I'm not sure what it is. You have to understand that the algorithm is a very large computer, and it doesn't matter which platform you're on, whether you're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, they all really work very similar. But it's a large computer that tells the platform what to show people. I mean, we make jokes that Facebook targets us. You could talk about something in the room and all of a sudden you're going to see Facebook ads. That's the algorithm at its best right there. But social media wants you to be social on social media. You have to talk to your people because a couple of things happen. On a good day, only 7% of your network is going to see any one post on a good day. You need more eyeballs. You need more eyeballs on your stuff, your product posts, your opportunity posts. So talk to your people. So here's what you want to do is you need to engage in others in the feed. So when I do social media audits, and I do a lot of them, as soon as I hit your page and I see there's crickets on your posts, I know you're a scroller, you're not an engager. If you have crickets on your posts, you're a scroller. The other thing, so you need to engage with others because people don't do this anymore. That's another thing, y'all. People don't do this anymore. So if you go to Kim's post of her kids and be like, oh my gosh, they look so big, like, and don't be an idiot, like be genuine. But if you do that, Tim's gonna notice. And here, full disclosure, like Our team is so good at hyping each other up, and I love that. But that is not income producing activity, guys. Like, try to hit non-thrivers. If you're just being mindless, it's fine to hype up your team members, but it's non-thrivers we want to talk to. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're doing this. But the first thing Kim's going to do, especially if you haven't chatted with her recently, is she's going to your page. That's the first thing. She's going to be like, oh my gosh, Tracy commented on my post. I'm going to go see what she's done. What's that girl do? What's she doing? Oh, she's peddling vitamins she loves. She feels great. But I see she's not a Pamela Anderson. And I see she's, you know what I mean? So it's all going together. I'm going to try to watch the chat. Hang on a second. I thought it's can we heart and just like their post? No, you don't want to do that. I mean, you can, not going to weigh the same way. Social media wants you to be social on social media. They want you to talk to your humans, because that also ties your algorithms together. So if you go to talk to someone, now they're gonna see more of your stuff too. So, and then avoid the thumbs up reaction, because that holds no weight in the algorithm. You want the heart reaction or the lovey reaction, whichever one that one is, or over. So react and comment, react and comment, react and comment. Same thing on your posts. So if you have a post that has 3 comments, the algorithm, I'm going to speak Facebook, but it's because it's my main platform, but it works on all platforms. You want to reply to all those comments, even if someone drops an emoji, you want to reply to all those comments. Because like I said, social media wants you to be social on social media. They don't care. The algorithm doesn't necessarily care what type of comments those are, but they're going to look at a post and see, okay, if it had 3 comments and you go in and reply to each comment, it's going to go, oh, one, she's playing along. She's being social on social media. Let's show her stuff to more people because she's playing the game. It's also going to go, oh, that post got 6 comments now. It must be interesting. Let's show it to more people. This is how that works. You have to engage with your audience, engage with others. And I get this all the time, because if you're a follower of mine, there's lots of men that comment on my stuff. So what do you do with those people? I reply back to them. I don't encourage them in any way. So they don't get like a love heart emoji. They might get the boom emoji or something, but I reply back to them. But I have a point to prove here. I just taught this for some other teams, but on my page, there was the purple hair picture. I don't know if anybody saw the purple hair picture, but most of those comments were idiots, right? But my point is, I replied back to all those people. So here it is. Okay, here's the post. And it was a bonus shout out for myself. So it was technically a business post. So I have 1,300 reactions, 358 comments. But when I hit my insights, that post reached 13,000 people. So yes, I reply back to the idiots. I don't encourage them in any way. Okay. But I will drop an emoji because I know it's driving my stuff. If you've ever been on my page, I have amazing engagement because I practice what I preach. Now, don't roast me. It's a little hard to reply to 300 people. It's like a freaking full-time job. I need like a VA to do this kind of stuff. But anyway, but the point is, that's how I got there. That's how I got to where any post of mine is going to have several hundred reactions, is because I'm very engaged with my audience. Okay. So it's not about the 300 skeezy men that commented on that post. It's about the 13,000 people that saw it. And then some of those people are in my inbox saying, how do I get one of those? How do I get that bonus? What do you do? Can you give me information on what you do? So that's how so engage with your audience, y'all. You want to do that. The third leg, and I think this is the most important leg, and the one I feel like people miss the most, is talking to people in the DMs. So many people are afraid to talk to people. You're afraid to message people for whatever reason, whether you came from a company where cold messaging was a thing and you're afraid to be that girl, or you have been roasted by people, or trust me, we've all had it. There's a great book called Go for the No. If you struggle with mindset on being told no, you need to read that book or listen to it. It's on Audible. That's a great book for that kind of about just run after those no's, because every no you get is going to take you closer to yeses. But you have to talk to people. One of the things I coach in my team all the time is print out your Facebook list. Print it out. Make a list. Talk to everybody. And I'm not saying cold message. I'm not saying spammy message. I will teach you how to direct message, how to get to the point. I hate small talk, y'all. I'd rather stab my eyeballs out than do small talk. So there are ways to do it without feeling like it's a yucky cold message. But even if you are a little bit afraid of that, just say hi. There is nothing wrong. I got to read what Dustin just wrote. Sorry, y'all. Tiffany takes me on a special day when I get a real no. There you go. There is nothing wrong with wanting to get to know your network. And that's what I say. I coach people, just say hi. Half of those people you don't even know. Another 30% of those people you forgot you even knew them. And the other 10% or 20% of those people you don't talk to enough. Just say hi. Hey, Jen, how are you doing? How are the kids? I forgot we were friends here on Facebook. Hey, Brooke, how are you doing? How's the job? Start conversations, because guess what's gonna happen? They're going to your page before they even reply back to you. They're going to your page because people are nosy and they want to know what you're doing. And so they're heading straight for your page to see what you've been up to. And if you post correctly, they're going to see that you're not a Spamela Anderson. You're a real person they can actually have a conversation with, that you peddle vitamins you love, and that you have an opportunity you love. So that will start conversations. If I just need to assign a name to her, we're going to just call her Robin. If Robin in the beginning that I saw her put that sticker on her leg and thought she was crazy, if she would have just done that and reached out and said, hey, how are the kids? How are you doing? I would have asked her about the stupid sticker I keep seeing on her Facebook feed. I would have bought, I would have joined, I would have went 200K in 10 months. You guys have no idea what you're missing out on by not talking to those people. And if you've talked to them before, talk to them again. What I coach on my team is you print that list out and throw the papers away, burn them, whatever you got to do, print it out again, because there's going to be people that jumped off and you don't need to see that part, or people that blocked you and you don't need to see that part either. So just throw it away. When you print it again, those people will be gone. You won't remember those people. You can wish them happy birthday. You can do all kinds of things based on your goals. First of the month, print it out. Yeah. And just say hi. And if you've said hi to them before, ask them how they're doing. Comment on something that you saw on their page. Be a human. You won't believe the conversations you'll start. You won't believe the PPA, how your PPA will go through the roof. 3 stools. They both, I don't know why I do that. 3 legs. 3 legs. Post correctly, engage with your audience, and talk to people in the DMs. It's very simple. Yes, we could go into going on live and doing reels and talking in your stories, but if you keep it simple to that, you're still going to hit your goals and staying consistent. The only other thing I want to tell you today, and I feel like this is super, super important, especially if it's not something you know, is you have to grow your network every day. I said, this is the one thing I wish somebody would have told me in the beginning. Grow your network every day, because you need constant eyeballs on your stuff. And if you're not doing that, you're going to hit a brick wall. You're going to run through your network. Ray Higdon told me that because we hit 200K super fast. And then we hit a brick wall and backslid. And I'm like, I don't even know what's going on here. Like I didn't, and when talking to him, he's like, I don't even know how I got to 200K. I don't even know how I did it. And he said, this is what you need to know. You should have been growing your network every day since the day you started, because what happens is people, and then teaching that to my team as well. He says, and maybe you've seen this. I know you've all seen this 1,000 times. People join a network marketing company. They blow through their network because 2% of your network is willing to buy from you right now. Whether you're selling sand to a camel, 2% of your network is willing to buy from you right now. The other 98% of your network, it takes 12 to 20 impressions about your product, your opportunity for them to make a buying decision. Statistically speaking, people quit at 4. People quit. So how do we get those 12 to 20 impressions? We hack the algorithm, we engage with our network, we talk to them in the DMs, and we post correctly. So you have to stick and stay, guys, because here's the thing. And he said, this is what happens. And I'm like, oh, so that's what happens. Like I've seen it, but I didn't realize what happens is people join a network marketing company. They blow through their network. They sign their 2%. They hit a brick wall. They backslide. They join another company. They blow through their network. They enroll their 2% or sign their 2%. He's like, all of a sudden it was the former company's fault, the former leadership, it's the former product. Everybody's at fault. He says they have success and like all is well in the world. He says they hit a brick wall, they backslide, they just quit, they join another network marketing company. It's a vicious cycle. And then he says by the time they get to the third or fourth one, their network is like, dude, we don't believe anything you say anymore. Stick and stay. 12 to 20 impressions about your product or your opportunity. And how do we get that? Post correctly, engage with your audience, talk to your people in the DMs. That's how we do it. Okay. That's what I got for you today. I just poured out all my energy onto you people today. Does anybody have any questions? Like we can take some questions if anybody has any questions. Speak now or forever hold peace. Thanks, guys. Was this helpful? Did you guys love this?
The question in the chat was, how many times do you post a day?
So I'll tell you what's ideal for my network, and I'll tell you what I coach my team, but that scares a lot of people. Selene is on my team. Selene, you want to answer?
I did in the chat, but well, you're doing 5 reels, right?
It's bonus season, y'all. We got to get to reach more people. I recommend 3 posts a day.
Well, 3 posts a day, but aren't you doing 5 reels now?
I try to do 3, which adds 3 more posts, to be honest. But 3 posts a day, every 4th post be about your product or opportunity. But if that's too much for you, remember what I said. Take what resonates for you. It's my job to teach you there's many paths up the mountain. It's your job to figure out what works. If you post once a day, that's fine. Just know I'm going to show more people. I got more eyeballs than you for that reason. And I'm going to get to your people. So posting once a day is fine. And there's lots of leaders that teach that. I'm not saying that's the wrong way. But then every 4th day, you're going to talk about your product, your opportunity, and just keep in mind it's all about eyeballs. And it's bonus season, y'all. I know we're not supposed to say that anymore. Jason said stop calling it that, but you want more eyeballs.
And Jen, wouldn't you say it's really what you can do consistently? Because if you're going to post once a day and then 3 times a day, and then it's more about being consistent.
It is more about being consistent. And I also believe in a lot of this is mental, guys. And this is another topic for another day. But it is not mentally good for you to set up a goal and not reach it. So I would rather, if you're like, Jen, I know I can do 1 a day for right now, then that's what I want you to do. Because then we'll up it next month. But it's better for you to mentally do something you can do consistently Because, and I say it all the time, and I think I got this from Sheila, like way back in the day. It is better for you to work your business an hour a day than not work it all week and work it 7 hours on Sunday. You have to stay consistent. It's so much better for your business that way. Any other questions? Just checking the chat. All right, guys.
Someone was asking about the insight, where you see the insight.
So I have a creator account. I don't know if a personal account, but if you, so I don't know if you guys can see this. It's right here, view insights. So I get insights on all of my, but that might, it says see insights. It might be a creator account has that privilege then, and not, more about the creator account. Your boards isn't working. All right, Michelle. That's, so I'll message you then, Michelle. But as far as a creator account, I switched it when I got offered to monetize my reels. I don't know that I get more reach other than the fact that I post a lot, my reels take off, that kind of thing. But as far as creator versus personal, I don't think. I will tell you, with the creator, I can no longer print my Facebook list. So it needs to be a trade-off. I wish I could. Now that it's bonus season, I wish I could, but I can't. So keep that in mind. Okay, back to basic. Go ahead, Rachel. What?
So there is a way for creators to download their Facebook friends list. Becca and Christy found it's a bit longer than it would be for like a normal account, but there is a way you can do it.
By copying and pasting.
Is it copying and pasting, Becca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have a creator account, I guess you can do that. You can message Becca about it later. It sounds like a lot of work, especially if you got that, because I'm maxed out on friends too.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of followers, so I'm not have a shortage of people to talk to. So if you feel like you need people to talk to, that's a really great resource. Okay, guys, our team's going to go right into a guided work with me. So you're more than welcome to hang out. But that's all we have for you today. The Back to Basics series right now is going to go every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from now until Palooza. So please make sure you plug in. We've got lots of great leaders lined up for you to teach you all the things. So make sure you are back at it. Let me stop.